Hello, hello, and welcome to our Friday Adobe Express stream. My name is Liz Mosley, and I'm just going to pop over and have a look and see who we've got in the chat today. Come and join us and say hello. Nice to see lots of familiar faces. Hi, Emma. Hi, Tony. Hi, Oliver. Hi, Sean. Great to see everybody. So today we are going to be having a bit of a think about creating a post for LinkedIn. Now, as a creative, LinkedIn is something that I have neglected in the past and not really used, but it's getting really amazing engagement. And so it's something that I definitely want to, a place where I want to spend a bit more time and do some more posts. So today we're going to be creating a post for LinkedIn. So let's head over into Adobe Express and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to custom graphic size, and we're going to be making a carousel post for LinkedIn. And you can do a square carousel post similar to how you would on Instagram, but I always think that having something slightly taller is better because it just gives you more sort of space to play with. So we are going to go with 1080 width pixels and 1350 pixels high. So those were the dimensions recommended. So we're going to start with that. And I think LinkedIn is really a great place for sharing educational content. So I know a lot of people like Tony, who's in the chat, do live streaming on LinkedIn. There's lots of LinkedIn courses. People are there for a more sort of educational work kind of chat. So yeah, we're going to be doing an educational post today, and I'm going to be creating a post all about branding. And I want to make it stand out so that it really draws people in. I think often with LinkedIn, it can be quite text heavy, and so images are really great for drawing people in. So I'm going to start off with backgrounds. Hi, Caroline. Great to have you with us. Let me know where you guys are watching from in the chat, and also let me know your thoughts on LinkedIn. Is it a platform that you use much? Maybe you've got some tips that you can share about using LinkedIn to promote your businesses. That would be amazing to hear. So I think I'm going to go for a bit of a monochrome feel today. And I think I quite like these faces. So, I don't want things to be too serious. So we're going to start with that. And then I'm going to get some shapes. Tony says, no pictures of what you're having for lunch or kittens on LinkedIn. That is so true. I saw someone on LinkedIn today moaning because someone had shared their holiday pictures. Like, they were absolutely outraged. So yeah, don't share your holiday pictures on LinkedIn. That's what I learned. Okay, so I'm just going to get a shape to put in the middle. I'm going to make myself a bit of a title page, and then we are going to sort of go in with the more educational content. So I think I want to go with sort of like pretty bright colors to contrast my monochrome background. This green is pretty out there for me. Hi, Noor. Great to have you with us. Oliver's browsed a bit on LinkedIn, but doesn't post much. Yeah, that's basically where I'm at. But I definitely want to start posting more, because I don't know if you guys know Andy Lambert, but he said it's a good place to be posting right now, along with TikTok. Right, so I'm going to head into design assets. I always love finding a bit of a tape to add to my designs. I've realized that there's certain themes when I'm creating these things of bits that I like to use. But I love these tapes. I just think they look so good. Oh, that's fun. Getting some ideas ready for future streams. Right, let's go with a bit of super contrasty orange tape. Okay. And then I'm going to add some text for my title. And I'm going to do a post on 4 reasons. Ooh. Whenever we do these streams, I basically lose the ability to type or spell. Reasons why branding is important. Oh, see, I just really can't spell today. Okay, great. So let's just make this a bit smaller. Get everything in our title box. Tim says, don't worry, that's very common amongst stream guests. I'm glad it's not just me. Okay, let's have a look at some fonts. I want something that's quite bold. Now I'm actually going to change the color of this because I think from an accessibility perspective, these colors probably aren't very friendly. So maybe go with something darker there so that people can actually read it. And I might put in another bit of tape just because I love a bit of tape. Oh no, Nor says she's got lots of spams recently on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a place where people contact you for a training on what you say you do. Yeah, lots of different feelings about LinkedIn today. It's definitely something that I need to spend, a place I need to learn more about. So I think I'm just going to get a bit of this orange tape and just put it up here in the corner. Okay, great. So what I'm going to do now is duplicate the page. But I'm going to get rid of this background. And I think I'm going to make the background black. And then I'm going to turn this into my number for what my first sort of tip is going to be, or reason, I should say. I'm going to group those together so that they're easy to scale and move around. And then I'm going to move it up here in the corner. I don't know what's going on in the chat. Shazu says what happened. I don't know what happened either. So right. I love that you've got the layers stacked here. So we can just quickly reorder the layers so that this tape appears on the top. And now we are going to write our tip. So I'm just going to add some more text and we'll see if I can manage to type without getting any spelling mistakes today on this box, because I've already made lots. Sets you apart from other businesses. Okay, so that's going to be my first reason. And I think I'm going to keep it white so that it's got some good contrast. I might make the black slightly off black just so that it, again, it's considering accessibility. Nice. And then I can't remember what font I used. Ultra regular. Let's see. Or maybe I'll go with a sans serif for a nice contrast. Steve says that he set it up about 85 years ago and have no clue how it does streaming or social media stuff. Ah, I know. Yeah, there's so much going on there now. Caroline asks, I know nothing about LinkedIn. Do creative people use it much? So I don't think they did in the past, but I'm definitely seeing a massive move of creative people over there, spending more time like finding work there and also like engaging and posting content. And I think it is getting, more appealing to creatives, which is why I'm sort of interested in working out how to use it a bit better. I'm like, there's some amazing courses on there. Like I know Tony's got a bunch of courses on there, lots of creative courses, like about design and using InDesign, you know, all that kind of thing. There's all sorts. So yeah, it's definitely changing. Okay, so I've just duplicated the page. I'm going to switch it round so that this is in the green, I think, which might be a bit, maybe a bit full on the eyes. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So I'm just gonna switch the colors round. I'm going to make that 2 because this is going to be my second point. Well, that's a nice 2. This is definitely going to have to change color so that people can read it. I'm just going to pipette the color I've got here. Sean says Tony Harmer, who also hosts on Adobe Live, and I think is somewhere in the chat. Yeah, he has a bunch of courses on there, which are amazing. Right, so point number 2, helps communicate clearly. Have I made communicate clearly what you offer? So I think I'm just going to jig these around so that the numbers aren't always in the same place. I just grouped those together. Might bring this down here. What do people think of the green background? Do you think it's a bit too harsh on the eyes? I'm going to find another bit of orange tape as well. Okay. So I'm going to duplicate again. So far we've got our cover image, then we've got tip 1, tip 2, and now we are going to duplicate and make tip 3. Okay. So I'm going to switch it around again and go with the dark color in the background, make this the green again, and make the text white. Maybe I might try that color combo. I think it is a good place for finding job offers. Yeah, I definitely have some strange people contact me on LinkedIn, but I've definitely had some interesting people contact me as well. So I'm just going to move all these bits around because I don't want them to be in the same place on each of my carousel posts. The other thing that you might want to do is add some images. So let me just put the text in for this, and then we'll find an image that we can add. Attracts the right clients and repels the wrong ones. I don't know why, but I love the word repels. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to photos, and I am going to find a stock image of a client to go on this slide. Okay, I'm just going to go with this first one. I quite like it. And what I'm going to do so that it sort of fits in with my design is I'm going to grayscale it. And then the other thing that is nice that you can do, let me just center that, is if you don't want it to be square, you can, oh, thanks, Oliver, the wrongs ones. I knew I'd make a mistake. I'm glad you guys are in a chat to correct correct my spelling mistakes, the wrongs ones. Amazing. Okay, so with this image, I'm going to head over to this button here and click on crop and shape. And I'm going to pick a different shape for my image, which is a nice little easy feature. So I'm going to stick that here. Obviously, I'm going to add a bit of tape to it. So I'm just going to copy that layer. I'm going to flip it around. And I'm just going to add it down here to the shape. Another thing that is really handy is if you are creating a post like this, and hopefully you'll be creating it using your branding that you will have set up. Now, you might have your brand kit set up, but you can also set up a library. So I set up a library with some of my branding shots that I've had taken, and you can have them in there, and then you can literally just drag them over. So if I wanted to have a picture of me, I'd just drag it over. And then again, I could edit it and make it grayscale. So I might put this on the last page, actually, so to put a bit of info about me. So we'll come back and do that in a minute. But the thing that's amazing about these libraries is that you can access them in other Adobe software as well. So if you were using InDesign or Illustrator, everything that you've got stored here will be accessible or easy for you to access over there, which is such a game changer, in my opinion. Right, so let's get our fourth point in place. So I'm just going to duplicate the page again and just rejig all the colors. And let's see if I can do the fourth point with no spelling mistakes. That is my goal. Okay. Gives you confidence promoting what you do. And then I'm just going to get rid of this image. I'm going to move these elements about again. Noor says always proofread your post before posting. That is excellent advice. Yes, definitely a lesson that I have had to learn, and I still make mistakes now. So I'm going to move this around again. Okay, so we have got our 4 tips. And now, as I mentioned, I'm going to do an extra page at the end where I'm going to delete all of these sort of extra bits. And I'm going to do like a call to action, which says, follow me for more. Now, I haven't gone into much detail about any of those tips, because what I will do is do that in the body copy, in the text of the post, and then these graphics are going to go at the bottom. So I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to head over to my library. Hang on, let me just change that around. So I'm going to head over to libraries. I'm going to get the picture of me, and I am going to add that in. I'm going to make it grayscale with the filters, and I'm going to crop and shape, sorry. I think I might use this shape again because I liked it. Make sure that it's where I want it in the shape. And I'm going to add some more orange tape because I'm like obsessed with the orange tape today. This is way brighter colors than I would normally use in my designs, but I'm actually really liking it. I think I need to get a bit brighter with what I do. Put another one up here. Okay, so here we have our carousel post, and I think it looks quite striking. It stands out. It'll definitely draw people's eye in. So now what is really exciting is if we go back to here, if we go back to the home page, in fact, oh no, sorry, if we go up here to the top right hand corner, we can now schedule this post. And what is amazing is that you can now schedule to LinkedIn as well. So I just set up my LinkedIn account on here. You can also now schedule to Pinterest. So that's really exciting. Some of my connections have expired, so I need to sort those out. But yeah, brilliant that you can now schedule posts to LinkedIn. So there's a few different ways that you can upload your posts on LinkedIn. So one of those is to save it as a PDF, and you can just upload the PDF with your post. Or let's head back and we will save it as JPEGs. And I'm going to go for all pages and start download. So I've got my project there. Let's just, oh, this is where, okay, perfect. So I've got my project, go back in here, and now I am going to go and schedule my post. So new post, add media. So it's got one of them in there, but I just need to add all of my others. So select files, let's go into downloads and just get all of the other pages that we want to add and upload those. And I am a big fan of scheduling content at the moment. It is saving me a lot of time. And over the summer when I was away, it just meant that I could have things going and not worry too much about them. So you need to make sure that you select which channel that you want to post to. What's really nice is that actually these dimensions would work pretty well on Instagram as well. So you could, if mine hadn't expired, we could have scheduled it to Instagram too, and that's just going to save you loads of time. And so in this section, I would write, I haven't written it, but I will write a whole blurb going into a little bit more detail about all of these 4 posts. And then you can either save it to your drafts, and then it's going to appear over here in the left-hand side, or you can, oh, it hasn't saved over there. You can drag it over there if you want. Or you can schedule it with a particular time. Obviously, I'm not going to schedule it right now because it's not finished and ready, and I don't want it to actually accidentally post. I don't know if you've seen that happening for people where it accidentally posts and they hadn't finished it, or they put a placeholder. That's another thing that I've noticed that people do. So if anyone's got any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I am just going to let me know as well if you've used the libraries before, because I am absolutely loving using that feature. It's also great that you can see everything like this. And yeah, I think it's looking good. You can easily add pages as well. So if you wanted to add some more tips, you could maybe add in, can you show us using a PDF? I probably can't go into LinkedIn to post it. I'm not sure. Let's try and schedule it from a PDF. I'm not sure if you can do that, but let's give it a try. So start download. Oh, okay. That's not ideal. Let's just go back and see if we can download a PDF, all pages, or if it's going to give us another error message. Okay, so we're not going to be able to do that right now, but it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, I'll give that a go, Sean, and let you know if you can use a PDF on the scheduler. I'm not totally sure. I think you might have to use the individual JPEGs, but you can definitely upload a PDF like directly into LinkedIn if you wanted to do it that way. Tony says doing this on LinkedIn can be a little bit of a pain. This is so good. Yeah, it's so nice that you can schedule it. Probably the JPEG option is the way to go, because yeah, you can schedule it all in Adobe Express. But yeah, I will find out for you, Sean, about the PDFs. I'm not sure why it's coming up with an error message for me today. But yeah, anyway, that is the end of the stream. Thank you so much for joining me. if you want to stick around, there is a design masterclass after this all about type manipulation with Paul Trani. And I know there's some more Adobe Express streams later today as well. So you can stick around for those. So yeah, thank you for joining me. And I will see you next Friday. We've got another, I'm really excited about next Friday's stream. So come and join me to find out what we are going to be learning about then. And have a great weekend.